Alright guys, so today we're going to look at the Knockies KP Pro. Now this is technically a one-for-one super copy of the AirPods Pro, and although I catch crap every time I do a video on a pair of knockoffs, a lot of people don't understand why I would look into a product that's basically mimicking another one, but I kind of look at it as if you're going into a grocery store. You get your favorite box of cereal, you're used to getting it, but let's just say a little further down the aisle is the store brand's version of that same cereal. What they're trying to do is save you a little bit of money while trying to give you the same taste and the same texture as that cereal. And I feel like that's what these knockoffs are doing. And when you're comparing these price-wise, where the AirPods Pros come in at $250, although they've been on sale during the holidays for $200, but the Knockies come in at $80. So comparing that to the AirPods original price, you could technically pick up 3 pairs of these for the price of one of the AirPods Pros. And there's just some families out there that can't just buy multiple pairs of AirPods or AirPods Pros for their kids. Or some people just don't feel comfortable with their kids having a $250 pair of earbuds. So if you can get them a similar experience and save a little bit of money, I do understand where there's a market for this, but we're going to check out these KP Pros and see how they stack up against the AirPods and if it's actually worth the $80 price tag. Now, as far as the unboxing experience, it definitely replicates the AirPods Pros. In fact, the picture on the front even has that raised texture feel to it. It does have a little Knockies logo on a sticker right on the front. Now on the back, you can see the picture of the KP Pros, and it says with a wireless charging case. So that is one thing I really enjoy about these. It has the same Qi wireless charging case where you simply just come in and drop it on a charger and it will start charging. And on top of that, it's exactly the same type of case with that same satisfying snap with the lid. Now on the back it has the pairing button, and then around on the front it has that single indicator light so that you can kind of gauge how much battery life is left on the case. Now as far as other things inside the box, it does come with 2 sets of the proprietary silicone ear tips, which basically means these ear tips only fit this pair of earbuds. Now it will fit the AirPods Pro. It's made to have that same shape, which I can appreciate, but you can't just go out and buy other types of ear tips, or at least use other normal ear tips on these. Now, as far as the charging cable, they've included a lightning cable. And speaking of the charging cable, battery life is almost identical to the AirPods Pros as well, because on the earbuds themselves, you're looking to get around 4 hours of use, where with the case, you're going to get around 20 to 22 hours total. And I think that's going to be fine for a lot of people. I don't think a lot of people listen to music for more than 4 hours at a time. And having this case and having that extra battery life just makes it really convenient, because this is a small case you can throw in a bag or throw in your pocket and just kind of forget that it's there. Now, another thing that they did really well is it has that same pop-up connect feature. So if you have an iPhone or an iPad or whatever Apple device, as soon as you pop open the lid, you see that connection box pop up on the screen. You simply hit connect and you're good to go. And on top of that, it also allows you to rename your AirPods so it can have your name on them when it pops up on the screen. It has the same location services, and it even has the smart sensors where it will automatically pause when you take these out of your ear, and it will just resume your music when you put them back in. So to be able to get all of those features is actually really nice. Now, as far as the controls on the earbuds, it uses the same squeeze gestures as the AirPods Pros. So you have the ability to control your play, pause, skipping your tracks forward and going backwards. And sadly, it doesn't give you volume control. But again, that's exactly like the AirPods Pro. Now, the one thing you do have control over is the ability to switch into noise canceling mode or switch into transparency mode. Now, this is where there is a difference between these and the AirPods, because I don't feel like the noise canceling is doing near the same job that the AirPods Pro does. The AirPods Pro, in my opinion, is a very good noise canceling pair of earbuds. So let's just say that the AirPods block out 90% of the sounds around you. I would put the KP Pros to be at 65 to maybe 70%. So that is quite the gap, But again, we're still talking about a very large price difference. And another thing that I wasn't a huge fan of on the KP Pros was the transparency mode. I was able to hear the things around me, but I noticed that there was a static in the sound, and it just sounded so artificial. It just wasn't as pleasing as it is with the AirPods. But outside of that, I do feel that the microphones are doing a very good job. I think it picked up my voice pretty well, and I think when people are using these for phone calls, they're going to be pretty happy. But you guys can be a judge by listening to a test here.
All right, guys, so here is a mic test using the KP Pros. Again, I think it does a pretty decent job of picking up my voice, but this is what it would sound like if you were to take a call. And so now here is a mic test for the crowd noise being played, which you can hear here. And so this is what it would sound like if you were to take a call in public.
So now let's talk about the sound. The sound was the one area where these impressed me the most, outside of having the same build quality and the same feel as the AirPod Pros. I feel like these also share almost the exact same sound signature. The only thing I would say is slightly different is these are maybe a notch or two lower when it comes to bass. I feel like the AirPods Pro just has a little bit more bass, but as far as the mids and the highs and hearing details and having that very clean sound, this is on par with the AirPods Pro, which definitely surprised the hell out of me. I wasn't expecting a similar audio experience because I do feel like the AirPods Pro has pretty decent sound, and I think these replicate that very well. Now, one thing these do not have that the AirPods Pro has is these do not have the spatial audio feature, which was sent in an update to AirPods Pros. And in fact, I think it's already on the ones that you buy now right out of the box. So it doesn't have this feature, and this is one feature that I do like in the AirPods Pro, especially if I'm going to be using it for watching movies or videos. So as far as the sound stage and the sound imaging, I also feel like it's offering a similar experience. I felt like I was in a larger size room, and it does an excellent job with separating instruments and being able to tell where things are coming from. And again, because this is a little bit more of a detailed sound, you're hearing a little bit more subtleness in things that a lot of other earbuds aren't picking up on. So as great as I think these are as far as an alternative to the AirPods Pros, I do have a couple of cons. One, I wish they would fix the transparency mode because I don't think it's doing a great job with making it feel like you're hearing things naturally around you. And then the only other con that I have is the active noise canceling. And I say that because I've tested other pairs that have noise canceling under $100 that do a better job, and then comparing these to the AirPods Pros when it comes to noise canceling, it's just not even close. But outside of that, if you're wanting a similar sound signature, you're wanting a really good sound, and you want to basically look like you have AirPods Pros, this is a really good alternative because I think they did a good job with giving you a similar experience without giving you that same price tag. But guys, that's my video on the Knockies KP Pros. Thank you so much for checking out this video. Thank you so much for checking out all the other videos. And as always, make sure to stay tuned for more.